Hello, viewers. Welcome to another episode of our program, Marriage and the Home. My name is Israel Tajomao, and I'm very happy to discuss issues concerning marriage with you. The issues of marriage is one that is very, very worrisome. So many people are having challenges in their marriage, and a lot of marriages are falling apart because of problems. Some of these problems are problems that can be taken care of. Uh, but these people cannot see it. I want to discuss these issues with you to see how we can help ourselves in times of challenges. Uh, Many of us who are married, we want to be able to deal with these challenges. So many complaints here and there from the man, from the woman. I want to tell you that there's a lot you can learn from this program. The young ones too who are not married, you can learn a lot from this program. We started a series recently, and the series has to do with building up a strong marriage. Building up a strong marriage is something that requires a lot of understanding. And we said that there are 10 components that we are going to talk about that can help you to build a strong marriage. In the last episode, we discussed two of these components. The first one has to do with foundation. We said you need to build your marriage on a strong foundation. That if you have a faulty foundation, that is where the problem starts. Then you'll be doing a lot of damage control. And the other thing that we said is that prayer is also key. That was number 2. In everything that you do, you must put in prayer. And we said that if you are going to make your marriage work, you must put prayer in it. If God's hand is not in it, it will not work. Today, in this episode, we want to look at the component number 3. And component number 3 says that you need to communicate. Communication is very key. That is, build your marriage through regular and effective communication. Take note, regular and effective communication. Regular and effective communication is essential in any relationship. People that are at work, in their businesses, in establishment, in corporate organizations, they must communicate for them to be able to work effectively. Yes, there must be effective communication for that company to thrive. It must be regular. The same thing goes for your marriage. The marriage is like an institution. If there's no communication, there will be a breakdown. So you have to have a regular and effective communication in your marriage. It's of utmost importance in your marriage. With effective communication in your marriage, you are able to build a strong, healthy, and lasting bond. You want to be able to have a bond where the two of you will be able to work as one. As the Bible says that the two became one. If you don't have that communication, how can you know what is going on in her mind? How can she know what is going on in your mind? And then, you cannot be able to work together. As the Bible says, can two work together unless they agree? And they cannot agree unless they understand each other. They can only understand each other if there is communication, effective communication. As we make progress in this discussion, we are going to look at a few things. First, we want to understand what is communication. We need to know the meaning of communication. The second thing is we want to look at some basic concepts of communication. The third one is how to prevent conflict in marriage through communication. I think that one is very important. Then the last one, we need to know the benefit of communication in marriage. I think it's key that we know the benefit of communication in marriage. Number 1, the meaning of communication. What is communication? I say here, communication is the activity or process of expressing ideas and feelings or of giving people information. You express ideas and feelings, thereby giving information to people. There's something going on within you that you need to share. And if you don't share it, the person cannot understand where you are. That is the idea of communication. All right. Now, some basic concept of communication. I want to say that communication can be verbal or non-verbal. I don't want us to go in depth to the different types of communication. For the purpose of this discussion, I want you to know that communication can be verbal or non-verbal. What do we mean when we say verbal or non-verbal? The verbal are the ones you speak out. You can talk to each other and then have response. All right? So this occurs when we engage in speaking with our partner. So that is the verbal communication. They must be speaking. The non-verbal, it's there. There's no words. You see, here we pass information without words. But sometimes the information that you pass, while talking, is even more than the one you pass when you are speaking. That is the non-verbal. It can happen sometimes. This may be intentional or not intentional. Sometimes I can be talking and making gesticulation, and then you know that there's more to what I'm saying. I can speak, and the expression on my face, will show that what I'm saying is contrary to what I mean in my heart. When my face looks, kind of mean, and I'm trying to tell you that I love you, or I make some kind of funny face, I love you, you will know that I'm saying something else, but I mean something else. So there's non-verbal communication that can be done in different ways by our hands, gesticulation of the hands, and all that. The other thing I need you to understand is that our communication can either produce a positive or a negative effect, depending on what we pass across to the other person. So we need to understand that. It's very important because sometimes the things that we say, we don't know that it can hurt somebody. And the essence of marriage is that we should be able to say things that will give positive effect to our partner, that will make our partner smile, that will make our partner happy. Rather, we say things that will pierce through our partner. So it can have a negative effect, it can have a positive effect. The nature of your words will determine the effect on the hearer. Yes, the nature of the kind of words that come out from you, or the nature of the gesticulation or your body language can have a positive or a negative effect on your partner. The book of Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21 says this. It says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof." So the tongue is what we use to speak. When we speak, we can speak life or speak death, things that can cause harm or bring good. Again, the book of Proverbs chapter 15 verse 1 says, "A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger." You can see the two contrasts, saying that soft words turn away wrath, while grievous words turn up anger. You can see that. And that is what happens when we speak. Good communication results in positive effect. The Bible says that. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 24. "Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones." Can you see that? This speaks a lot of volume. Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healthy to the bones. You can see, is this not positive? When you say things that are sweet to your partner, what will the effect be? What will the reaction be? What will the mood be? It will be a happy mood. It will be a mood of laughter. But it can go the other way. The other one, it says, bad communication results in negative effect. Again, Proverbs chapter 12 verse 18 says, "There is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is healthy." I want you to look at the A part, which says, "There is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword." You know what it feels if a sword pierces into somebody's body? This book is telling us that is how the words that come out of some people, that is how it is. Somebody will just bring out something that will hurt his partner so much. He doesn't care how the partner feels. He will just say these things. Very painful things, very annoying things. Most especially when there's distrust. This is not the kind of communication we are talking about. This is the kind of communication that will damage the marriage. We are talking about communication that will build up your marriage. So you have to use positive words to build up your marriage. Do not communicate in negative words. You want your marriage to work. That is the idea. So at all times, if you love your partner, you must use kind and sweet words. You must consider the effect of what you want to say before saying it. Anything you don't like your partner to say to you, don't say it to your partner. That way, things will work smoothly. If you want to build a strong marriage, communicate with sweet words. That is what you need to do. Now, the last thing we want to look at for this episode is how to prevent conflict through communication. You can prevent conflict through communication. You know, whether you were having problem before, you were not having problem, there are ways to go about your communication in your marriage to make your marriage very sweet, to make your marriage work, to make your partner happy. Nobody wants challenges in marriage, let's be realistic. But you can use your hand to make your marriage work or you destroy it. Number one, when you are away from your partner, maybe on a trip or at work, put a call across. You must put a call across. You cannot, cut her off like that or cut him off like that. If you are away at work, at least you will have break time. At some point when you are free, put a call across. If you have traveled to some place, put a call across wherever you are. If you know you are going to be away for some time. The second one is make effort to discuss your daily experiences. There are some things that happen to you or you experience. It's good for you to discuss with your partner, to bring life to that relationship so that the bond will be stronger. Another thing you can do, you can discuss trending issues. I don't know what you do when you and your partner sit down. Do you just sit idly without talking? There must be communication so that bond. I'm giving you things to talk about now. Talk about trending issues. Trending issues in the news, on the papers, on the internet. Discuss something that is happening in the neighborhood with your partner. You can also learn to share personal interests or personal concerns. There are things that you have interest in that you want to do, or you like to do. Discuss with your partner. Feel her pulse. Get her own advice. Get his advice, and don't be negative about it. Also, you can discuss family matters like groceries, children welfare, children education. There are a lot of things you can talk about concerning your family. Discuss these things so that you can be one. Understand what your partner is going through. Okay? Discuss these things. Discuss Bible topics, Sunday school topics. As Christians, you should be able to discuss some of these things to help you build the bond. Now, we want to look at some things that has to do with when you are having challenges. Communication also, how you go about it also matters. You are the one that feels you are a victim. Your partner has offended you in some way or he has done something that you don't like. You must tell your partner. Don't keep it to yourself. And as long as you continue to keep it, it continues to tear you apart. You must discuss it. And this is how you go about it. As a victim, let your partner know his offense. Wherever he has gone wrong, wherever she has gone wrong, let him know. And when you do that, when you let him know, there are 4 things I want you to have at the back of your mind. Number 1, don't make assumptions that he ought to know. He should have known. He's just pretending he should have known. No. Let him know. Number 2, make your complaint peacefully, not with anger or quarrel. When you come with anger and quarreling, he may not even listen to you. You already, before you bring up the matter, you have already spoiled things. Number 3, have a mind to settle the issue. If you have a mind to settle the issue, you will come in peace. Number 4, once you are done speaking, listen to his response patiently. All right? Some of us are not patient. As he's responding, you want to talk. You want to... No. Listen. It will give you time to speak. You too give him time to speak. Now, as the accused, your partner has come to relate something to you that bothers him or her. Okay? You have to, as the accused, listen to the accusation patiently. As the person is speaking, you must listen patiently. That means that If you are going to listen patiently, it means that one, you should not interrupt the report from the partner. He's trying to tell you something that will make it better. Listen patiently. Don't interrupt. Allow him, allow her to finish. Number two, you should not be defensive. Allow him to finish. You want to be defensive, allow him. All right? You have to listen patiently. Number three, you should not be offended because your partner is speaking her mind. Don't be offended. Try to hear. Sometimes we need to get feedback of what we are doing. Number four, do not be ashamed to say, I am sorry, if it turns out that it is true. Don't be proud. That is one problem that some of us have. And the last thing I want to say is that in your response as the accused, do not be upset if you have been misjudged. It may be the person that your partner misjudged you. Don't be upset. It's even good that you laugh about it. Say, is that what was bothering you? Is that what's your mind? Say, no, 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 no. And then settle it peacefully. Don't get angry. Don't turn it into a fight. Swallow your pride. So we are going to stop here. In the next episode, we are going to look at the benefits of communication. I want to appreciate you for watching. I want you to continue to watch. If you have not subscribed, look at the button below that says subscribe and hit on the subscribe button. I want to tell you that marriage, if you're having problem, there's solution. Don't worry, we'll get to it. If you have queries, if you have questions, you have concerns, you can leave the comments below. Thank you for watching till I come your way again next time. Bye.